Welcome to the Master Film Mashup. This will be episode 3, and we're going to delve into my favorite sport here, MMA. Huge congratulations goes out to Sean Strickland. He pulled off the upset of the year, one of the biggest upsets in UFC history. You know, everyone's talking about, is it the biggest? The only one that I would say that is maybe bigger than this would be Matt Serra over GSP. Matt had a puncher's chance and he caught GSP, but this was a complete drubbing. I mean, Sean Strickland, just demonstrated an incredible amount of discipline. He used the Philly shell, a 1-2, proper distancing, excellent timing, cardio forever, some leg checks. But I'll tell you, he stuck to his game plan. And even when he got off of it a little bit, he was reined back in, yelling at his corner. It was great. It was fantastic. But I don't know. I've been a fan of this guy for a while. I thought he had a chance, but I just honestly, I didn't think he had the horsepower to take out Izzy. But heck, man, he had a ridiculous plan. And we're going to talk about that too after his post-fight interview here. So here's some of what Sean has to say.
The world champion. Did that fight play out how you thought it was going to? Was the game plan just put him on the back foot, pressure him?
I thought I was going to be leaving with a concussion, but I feel relatively fine other than a few, bumps and bruises. Yeah, no, I mean, the game plan was a wrestle, you guys. We wrestled all camp, but, when you're a little autistic, you just kind of do what you do.
Okay, so his initial game plan, which is an excellent one, to wrestle. But maybe, he didn't wrestle per se, but what he did do was he kept Izzy on his heels. It's very difficult to fight when you're backing up. Very difficult to fight when you're on your heels. And that's what he did. He put it to him. He never let him get off. He smothered him. I mean, at one point, Izzy scored like 11% of his strikes, and Sean was up at like 48%. I mean, that's an abysmal exchange there for Izzy, but not for Sean. Let's hear what else he has to say.
Lots of people are saying that Israel himself looks kind of off tonight. Do you think he was off, or do you think you made him look off by your style?
I think I'm one of the best strikers in the world. Anytime you're doing the man dance, you're one punch away from being knocked out. But I could.
Hey, you know what? This guy puts reality and humility into the fight game. He's up there and he realizes what's at stake here. And let me tell you something. He did take Adesanya out of his game, and he did make him look amateurish.
Spar with any world champion boxer and get the better of him. So I don't know, man. I just think I'm one of the best strikers in the world.
You nearly had him out of there. Yeah. How do you rate your own performance, right? Do you think, because look, the game plan was to wrestle, you had that in the back pocket that you could have gone to if you wanted to. So that means if in the rematch, do you think you just do the same thing again? Or is it you're going to prove that actually I could beat Israel in any way?
I mean, I would like to wrestle one fight just so people know I can wrestle. Because I keep telling these fucking guys I can wrestle, but I never do it. So
okay, the funny thing is that, how do you rate your performance? It doesn't really matter if you executed the initial game plan or or what you were training for, because there's an X factor when you fight. You know what that X factor is? It's the guy across from you. You have no control over what that person's going to do. You can only react to it, or you can cause reactions. And this is what he did with his methodology, with the tactics that he put in, with the high pressure and so forth. He forced action and took Adesanya out of his game. So you know what he did? He just stuck with what was working. That is the mark of an intelligent fighter. I mean, look, he worked that Philly shell. He was working at 1-2. I mean, I don't even know how many jabs that Adesanya ate, but he ate a lot of them, and his face showed it. So, to really question that, I don't know. It's kind of, I guess the reporter had to say something, but how are you going to not rate that performance as anything less than excellent?
Maybe one fight I'll wrestle, just so people are like, oh yeah, Sean can wrestle. He does know what a takedown is. Maybe one day.
How does it feel to be the world champion? I mean, you said yourself in the cage that you hadn't doubts when you're on your way out there, and I'm sure there are probably times in your career you never thought this was going to happen, right? So
yeah,
to be sitting up there with that belt, tell me about it.
I mean, I'm pretty much over it now, guys. It was exciting for like a month, a minute, but now it's just on there. And then, day, guys. Here's the thing, guys.
Okay, what does he say there? You know what? It's over. Okay, he's over it. You know what? Here's the thing: when you are a fighter, when you are a combat athlete, you know you're supposed to win. So whenever you win, if you believe in yourself and you believe in your abilities, you believe that you're supposed to win. So you know what? You enjoy it for that moment, but then you know what? It's over. Let's move on. On to the next thing. You're only as good as your last fight. So, he is putting it in perspective. Yeah, it was great for the moment, but the moment's gone, man. And now you got to prepare for the next one. Now you got to defend it. You can't just sit there and rest on your laurels. Yeah, I love this guy's attitude.
Say me and Izzy fight again, and say the Chinaman clips me, and then Izzy's sitting here and he's saying, oh.
Okay, for those of you who don't know what that reference is, and I don't understand what Adesanya was doing by wearing Chinese shorts and representing China. I don't even know what's going on there. Just seems kind of a little weird and off, and Sean Strickland is pointing that out, and that was part of his issue with him.
I was feel to be a world champion, as a acrylic fucking nail. So like, a lot of this is bullshit. I like to fucking fight. I like the fans. I love my job, but a lot of this is fucking bullshit.
So you're not going to be wearing that out to the club or anything?
No, I'm going to go probably get some room service and wait to get the fuck home.
Congratulations.
And thank God for child abuse, right? Fuck yeah. Let's go, child.
Let's run this back a bit. Now, one of the reporters asks Sean about his childhood. Now, if you know anything about him, he was abused by his father. His father was an alcoholic. He died a little while back. I don't know exactly when, but he died of cancer, and he was extremely abusive to Sean. And Sean's outlet was fighting in the martial arts.
The next day may not be that different, but there was no hiding it throughout the hype up for this fight. Clips of you talking about kind of what growing up for you was like, and your life was kind of put a little bit on show. To go from everything you've been through to now holding that belt that says you're the baddest man at middleweight on the planet. But what do you think about that?
Yeah, thank God for child abuse, right? Fuck yeah. Let's go, childhood traumas or repressed memories. You fucking, you got me to where I needed to be, man. Like, fucking dad, you're fucking awesome, man. All of the years of abuse, you really made me the man I had to be today.
So obviously this is tongue in cheek, but this was definitely an extremely painful thing for him to do. But you know what though? I got to give him all the props in the world. He had it very, very rough. He made some mistakes early on in his life, but look where he is now, and he's put it all in perspective. And you know what? This is what I preach about the martial arts and training, what it can do for you. If you are a troubled youth, this is a great outlet for you. I know it helped me with my issues, and many, many other people with their issues. I mean, I didn't have issues like he did, but I had my own. And training and fighting and competing and so forth. That got it out of you. So you got to give him mad props.
I don't fucking know, you guys. I'm just happy that this fucking world has a place for us. If it wasn't for this, man, I'm sure I would have fucking committed some random act of violence and fucking been locked up for killing somebody. So, fucking huzzah the UFC, man. Thank you for fucking saving someone's life, including my own.
And follow-up, Sean. It's not kind of what the belt represents. Maybe you don't care about it, but that's, if you're looking at that statement, that seems to be something pretty deep.
Yeah, man, it's just kind of weird, dude. Like whenever you talk to normal people, and I know we're not all normal, but whenever you talk to normal people who have like a conscience, You know, it's like, you guys are fucking strange, man. I can't even relate to most people. So like, it's amazing that you just every day I got to go in the gym and try to murder my friends, and all the demons just vanish away for a day. So I love this fucking sport. Tuesday, you guys, extreme, get ready. I'm gonna fucking be my Dr. Phil again.
You said earlier, as well as earlier before the fight, you talked about you talk a lot and people forget that you can fight. And
Yeah, I mean, it's really funny because, Sean does talk a lot and says a lot of outrageous things, but, the guy can fight. He can really fight. I don't know if you ever saw him fight prior to this, but I've been watching him, and he's not flashy, but you know what? He's just a dog. He gets in there and he works incredibly hard. And, I'm glad to see him take the middleweight crown. You know what? It adds excitement to the division again. We have Sean up there. He just took out, the one of the goats that everyone's been touting forever, and yeah, he put it to him. And now, he was a number 5 ranked. He was the like a 500, 600 point dog on the betting cards, and he came out there and he showed the world, shocked the world. And now we have a very exciting middleweight division. So, hats off to Sean Strickland, and I look forward to his next fight, which, according to him, it might be tomorrow. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this segment. Look forward to more of the Master Phil mashup. Strength and honor.